Hello, everyone. My name is Ana Victoria Mattos. I am very excited to present for you all the case study based on myself. I'm currently a clarinetist and an educator in the area of South Florida, as well as a conductor. And I will be presenting why I would be a perfect candidate for the DMA Conducting Fellowship at the University of Miami. First off, I would like to uh, tell you all what my portfolio contains. Contains my CV and resume, my biography, my personal statement, as well as my portfolio evidence. In this link, you can find all of my videos to my conducting experiences as well as my playing experiences. Um, in this link, uh, you will find my complete CV. CV, resume, and my biography, as well as my personal statement specific to the University of Miami application. In my resume, you will find that I have listed obviously my degrees as well as my experience, and the experience section of my CV is really important because I have listed all of the job descriptions for every experience that I have had, and for every job that I have at some point held. So that goes on for a little bit. I also included the organizations that I am a part of, some leadership skills that I had, honors and achievements, as well as other instruments that I play, other skills that I have, and at the end, my media recordings, primarily of me playing my instrument. If we scroll a little bit further down, you will find my biography, which is under 200 words. That is kind of my resume, but shortened or in a narrative way. And then my personal statement, which is pretty extensive. Here I share anecdotes that support my knowledge for conducting and performing, and as well as teaching. And usually personal statements are pretty extensive when you are somebody who is applying for a DMA program. Okay, let me get back to my presentation. Next, I have done a SWOT analysis of myself. Obviously, some of my strengths contain me being a diverse and well-rounded musician. Some of my weaknesses, I'm still developing myself as a conductor, and I'm a little inconsistent on social media, which I'm always working on. But life gets busy, and I need to figure out how to get past that, so that way I can be more present on social media with everything that I'm doing. And then some opportunities that this position would bring me is access to the University of Miami's resources and faculty, networking opportunities, of course, for future college teaching positions, and expanding my conducting portfolio. And then some of the threats that I am currently dealing with is that the DMA program at is highly competitive, and I have to make sure that I stand out from the rest of the crowd. And then there are, of course, job market challenges and financial instability because applications are really expensive, and I'm still a student, and I would be a student when, if I happen to be accepted into the program. My SMART analysis um, is has a little bit to do, obviously, with the SWOT analysis, but I've found that building a SMART analysis throughout the semester really helped me to be more organized and to make sure that I check some of these boxes with a deadline that I give myself. So some of my specific goals include preparing high quality audition materials, refining my personal statement, my CV. Measurable goals include identifying 3 to 5 quality videos of performances and rehearsals, which you can find in the link that I talked about previously. Some of my achievable goals, develop a conducting portfolio website, which I still am working on, meet with my mentors regularly, making sure that I schedule weekly score study sessions with myself. As far as relevance goes, advancing my rehearsal pedagogy to make me a stronger conductor, And time-bound goals include having my conducting portfolio, recommendation letters, and applications submitted by November 30th and December 1st, which have already happened. In my Triple I framework, in my instruction under my instruction category, of course, it is very similar to my SMART analysis. I talk about how I developed advanced performance skills across solo, chamber, wind band, and even orchestral settings that help me with what I'm doing right now. I have a lot of experience teaching undergraduate students, both at the University of Florida and at FAU. And I have developed the ability to diagnose rehearsal issues and correct them in rehearsal for my portfolio. As far as immersion goes, a little bit of the same thing. I've taught undergraduate students in clarinet and ensemble settings. I've worked with marching bands. I've gained conducting and logistical experience through all of that, and I've participated in outside of the outside of the country experiences. As far as imagination goes, I aim to prepare for a college career in which I can mentor and foster well-rounded musicians that can thoughtfully engage with the artistic part of the music they perform, as well as effectively collaborate with one another. In the scale framework strategy, I obviously worked to have a concrete timeline for myself, specifically under the strategy portion, which I've already met, thankfully. In the craft alignment, leverage, and execution sections, under craft, again, it has a lot to do with the SMART analysis that I just talked about, but I just need to refine my rehearsal technique. I'm always working to refine it. I'm always working to score study a little bit deeply and further develop my leadership skills. Underneath alignment, my performance background obviously helps me a lot with what I'm doing right now and making sure that I am using the musicianship skills that I've developed over the years. For leverage, I have a strong understanding of instrument-specific pedagogy because I've been rehearsing ensembles for about 2 years now. And as far as execution goes, score study sessions, including analysis, transposition, and interpretive planning, definitely help me execute my craft well. I aim to review ensemble rehearsals all the time and jot down what I can do better based on the videos that I have. And I'm always working to update my conducting portfolio with new rehearsal footage. To end this presentation, I would like to talk a little bit about what I learned in APEI 1. I basically strengthened my artistic and professional identity a lot. This course has taught me to approach my craft with a lot of creativity. I learned to think outside the box and think beyond traditional pathways to recognize the importance of innovation, community engagement, and personal branding. So that way I can build a sustainable career in the arts, as well as reimagine the role of a modern musician, which we're all living in right now. So thank you very much for being a part of my presentation.